Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. I'm in a new filming spot location because guess what? We have something totally redesigned and all new for 2024. It's this big boy right here. This is it. This is a 2024 Lexus. This is the new GX 550, and this particular one is the 550 Luxury. But before we get into this massive size, boxy shaped, off-road-esque luxury SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. Lexus, they've been around since 1989. You should already know that by now. But what you maybe don't know is Lexus really was at the forefront of bringing different styles of luxury SUVs to the market. The OG of them all, really, when it comes to luxury SUVs, is that RX and the series of models that followed after it. Now, when it comes to the GX, you're looking on something that brings the luxury, but brings a lot of off-road worthiness to it. And it's fascinating because a lot of times people, when they think of off-road luxury, they think of Land Rover, maybe a Land Rover Defender, but Lexus has had a GX in their lineup for a very long time, and it's been a hot minute since they've done a redesign. So what I want to find out is, if you're looking for a new luxury SUV that has those off-road credentials and has a lot of space on the interior and that boxy shape, is this the better way to go over a Defender or even over, say, a G-Wagon? Let's go ahead, let's dive into this Lexus and find out. Right off the bat, the shape. You have that familiar boxy shape. And I really like the way they brought it tenfold with this new model. Now, another thing that I like about this particular Lexus is gonna be that color. Really stands out very, very well. Now, at the front of the business, of course, we have all new. So we have all new headlight design, LED daytime running lamps, LED headlights, the turn signals, and then as we work our way down, the one zonk that I have are these guys right here. Why did they not make those functional? That would have been a nice extra touch, but you'll see that we have that extra fender flare, a little bit of gloss black because this is the luxury trim, and you do have LED fog lamps and cornering lights. Really nice little touch there to see and illuminate when things get really pitch black outside. On the bottom portion, you're gonna have this metallic gunmetal gray finish. And if you're wondering, well, how much ground clearance do we have? We have quite a bit. There's almost 8.7 inches of ground clearance. And with the way that they reshaped the front end and the rear end of the new GX, you have a greater approach angle and departure angle over the previous generation. Now, when we come across the front, I love what Lexus has done to their spindle grille design. So you have actually a little bit smaller portion on the top. With the flat black, you do have a forward-facing camera, but as we work our way down, now you have it body colored. So it's sort of like spindle grille, spindle body, but you have that traditional trapezoid style grille shape to it. I like the gunmetal metallic gray on the bottom and all that great ground clearance that we have. And if you want something that's even more off-road-esque, they do have the all-new trim, the Overtrail, which if you haven't seen that review, I'll leave it at the end of this one, where we actually do some real deal off-roading out in Arizona. But let me know how you like the front of the new GX. Like I said, I think they really hit the sweet spot in bringing familiar Lexus style, but also bringing a nice, rugged, aggressive look. As we rise up, one of the things I love about Lexus products, look at the body lines. The fit, the finish is perfect on this thing. You have a nice deep valley in the center and these two rises, these two bulges on both sides. When you're behind the wheel, it gives you a perfect reference point, and it's not just about form, it's about function. By having this part lower, it actually allows you to see a little bit better what's directly in front of you. And if you need to go for the forward-facing camera, you have that option as well. Now, as we swing it around wide, I want to show you what we have wheel and tire stuff. So of course we have all new wheels, all new tires. What are we looking at? Machined aluminum, gunmetal metallic gray, multi-spoke wheel design all the way around. This is a 22-inch wheel. 22-inch wheel. Tires are 265 on the width and a nice 50 series sidewall. Steven's gonna zoom on in and show you all the great work that they did with your upper control arm, your springs, your shock absorbers. The chassis is more rigid than before. And remember, we have that nice box frame setup on this to give it that rigidity that you want while you're driving on the asphalt jungle, or if the road gets a little torn up underneath you, or if you take it off-road, it's gonna give you some great response and cut out a lot of the noise and vibration that will make it into the cabin. But let me know what you think about the wheel style. I think for this luxury trim, it hits it perfectly. Really, really digging it, especially with our particular gray color. As we rise up, love that fender flare. Everything is painted on this luxury trim. The one thing I feel is a little too over the top is the gloss black. So there's a lot of gloss black where your windshield wipers are for the cowl here. Not my favorite. I wish they would have just kept it flat black. But as we work our way towards the rear, you do have color matched on the mirror caps, your 360-degree cameras. Love the way they work the turn signal into the side. And even the little touch like separating the roof from the rest of the A-pillar, I don't know, just gives it that extra boxy style that this thing works out perfectly. Now along the bottom, you do have the gunmetal metallic gray finish. It's not gloss black. And you also have, look at that, the automatic electric dropping running boards. Love the way it tucks back in, super clean. Working towards the rear, that rear fender flare looking good. Even the way that they work the body lines with the window frame openings, it shows that it's not just simple straight lines. But at the end of the day, it does have that overall boxy look that is really coming back in a nice resurgence. And I'm happy to see that, because to me, that's what I grew up around, were boxy SUVs. You have gloss black on the rear pillar, just like up front, just to help give it that extra style. Nice large rear quarter window. And then coming around back, of course, we have an all new rear. Now what's awesome about it, gone is the barn door that used to swing open. That's gone. What we now have is a traditional opening lift gate. You still have your ability to open up the rear glass, which is nice. Nice long roof spoiler. My only zonk, get rid of this thing. Get it out of here, tuck it underneath. It would make the back look even more phenomenal. I like the way Lexus is spelling everything out. Now you know how to spell the word Lexus, the name Lexus. Full LED lighting, turn signals, tail lights, lighting all the way across. And then of course that GX 550 badge. And then as we work our way down, I think they did a great job for the rear bumper, except what in the hell is this? Is this like a I need help button? One of those things, it's like the button from Staples. I don't understand why they decided to put that there, but you do have full towing capability. But before we get into that, let's pop the hood and see what's powering our new GX. All right guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hydraulic hood struts. Underneath the hood, there is a lot of plastic covering things, but the great news is you have a good looking engine cover with the words twin turbo. Now before you get all sad and you get upset after you're done crying and wiping the snot from your nose, this does not have a V8. I know you're disappointed, but here's the great news is we got more horsepower and more torque than what the V8 had. So we have a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6 pumping out 349 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque. It's all mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60, 6.5 seconds, top speed 109 miles per hour. Obviously we have full 4x4 capability. Towing capacity, 9,096 pounds. Overall weight, 5,600 pounds, and MPGs, 15 in the city, 21 in the highway. So like I said, dry those teary eyes, turn that frown upside down, because this V6 twin turbo is a better performer than the V8. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire it up and hear what kind of sound it makes. All right, guys, we are inside this Incognito. This is probably one of my favorite Lexus colors, Incognito, love the name too. 2024 Lexus GX 550 Luxury Plus. I'm not done yet, 4-wheel drive. Now, I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I'm really digging this new GX. I like the overtrail, but I'd rather have more of the luxurious touches, especially with this Luxury Plus. How much is it? Very good question. The way that this one is spec'd, you're looking at an MSRP of right around $83,000. Let's see what you get when you go new Lexus GX. To the door panels, love the clean style. Soft touch throughout. Look at in the center there with that perforated materials, that leather style material. It actually has a design, this orange design that pops through it. Very, very cool and unique. Soft touch on the armrest, the white contrast stitching. We got the Mark Levinson premium sound system, 21 different speakers. And then it is a little tight on the door pocket, so maybe just 2 tacos from Taco Bell and a Pepsi to wash it down. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, I like how far forward the dash is. It frees up a lot of room. And I also like the way they have this little Twinkie tray here. So you could stand up your Twinkies and have, it's almost like a carpenter belt where they have your tools. You could stack up your Twinkies, just stand them up, a baker's dozen across. With the silver trim, you have some nice soft knee protection for both the passenger and the driver. And then come on in, what do you have? A ginormous 14-inch infotainment system. Love the Lexus multimedia software, very easy to use. It has over-the-air updates. You could create driver profiles. And I am happy to say that you do have physical knobs for the dual climate. And even though you don't have a physical knob for the blower fan, you could just hit the plus and minus. You don't have to drag your finger. You can, but you don't have to. And I can appreciate that. You have 3 stages of ventilated seats, 3 stages of heated seats, and I want to get the heated seats off, I want ventilated. 2 stages of heated steering wheel. Now with the infotainment system, you could go in, get all sorts of different readouts. You could go into your seat controls. You do get massage settings for the driver and the passenger, which is really nice. Just got to tap it like that, and you could get your body workout. I want to go lower body, really, ooh, that feels good. And then you can switch it over to upper body. Really nice. You can adjust the power, the intensity. I want a little bit more intensity. Don't be shy. Going back, there's your navigation, of course, and then you could go into the other things, especially the off-road information, which is cool. Love the way it shows you what you're in. We're in high 4 right now. It's got your pitch and your roll, how the power is going to the ground, and you have a nice 360-degree view camera. Look at that. Really clear graphics. Love the way the resolution looks perfect. Give you a full 360 spin. When you're parking into the off-road parking lot at the mall, you'll have that success. Look at that. That to me is showing the new technology. Very nicely done how they're doing that with this Lexus GX 550. Let me throw it into reverse. Perfect. The resolution, you got your trajectory, your 360, all those goodies. And then we're right back where we started. Well, technically, that's where we started. Working our way down, you have your mode selector knob. You're going to twist that. I'll show that on the business side. 2 USB-Cs. You got your tow haul. You got your ECT for second. And then, of course, you have the shifter that will control the 10-speed automatic. This is how you go into your high 4 or low 4, and you can lock the center diff. 2 cup holders, and then your standard Lexus key fob. Nothing wrong with it. I'm digging it. Wireless charging, and just the way the wood finish, the dark silver finishes, everything just looks high class level. Ooh, nice and soft. Open this up, we got the cool box. So guess what? You could take some Twinkies in there. If you like a chilled Twinkie, keep it in there. I know Steven loves his Twinkies nice and ice cold. And then the seats, the material, nice and soft, the perforated, the bolstering, full electric assist for the passenger, of course, full electric assist for the driver with the massage seats. And then you have this power shade for that ginormous panoramic sunroof. Now this is really cool. So you have the ability, just like we showed you on the Toyota Venza, this is the opaque. It uses neutrons and atoms and ions and all this positive and negative, causing it to be opaque. You want to see clear? It's all press of a button. Boop. Now the sun comes in. You don't want the sun? Boop. That's the cool technology you get in this GX 550. Also, almost forgot, you do have that nice digital rear view mirror. Helps out a lot when you're backing in to pick up all of the things that you bought over on Rodeo Drive. Just back it in nice and clean. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel of this all-new GX. All right, guys, behind the wheel of this GX 550, the business end. Down below, I like the aluminum sill plate, the Lexus name that lights up LED at night. And then, of course, you have all your seat controls, easy to get to, plenty of room. You actually have 3 memory seat settings. So if you're brave enough to let somebody borrow your new GX 550 Luxury Plus, they can have their own memory seat setting. I'm 6 feet tall and I'm swimming in space in here, and I love the way everything is organized very, very well, very comfort oriented. Steering wheel, leather all the way around, a little bit of silver, some flat gray on the switchgear. You do have paddles to go up and down the 10-speed automatic, and you do have a power tilting and telescoping steering wheel. And then of course you have that nice large 12.3 digital gauge cluster. You could go into your different modes. Look at that. It's like a freaking video game. I love it. Sport Plus, baby. That's where we're going to be going. But you have normal. If you want to just be chilling like a villain, you could go into comfort. And if you want to go hug a palm tree, I recommend just going into eco mode rather than hugging a palm tree. Those can hurt from time to time if you squeeze too tight. Plus, you also have custom mode. So if you're like Steven and you want everything exactly your way and the way you like it, just go into custom mode and you could tune everything just for you. And there's a head-up display. So they got you covered when it comes to information. Why don't we go ahead, let's get into the back seat, the mid-row, because there's 3 rows, and see how much room there is. All right, guys, mid-row time, and this is really what separates the Luxury and the Luxury Plus from the Overtrail. The Overtrail doesn't have a 3rd row. This does. Now, with the seats, same great material, same great stitching. It's just Lexus needs to work on their armrest game with these captain's chairs. Just way too thin. So I'm going to have to zonk it, and I'm going to keep zonking it until they change it. Damn it. But yeah, too thin. But they are very comfortable. Backs of the seats, you can see all the attention to detail, the stitching, soft touch. You do have large pockets. You could put a couple copies of Reader's Digest, maybe Entertainment Weekly, or Steven's favorite, Mad Magazine. Have a few of those back there. I do like the command center with our AC controls, and you do have 3 stages of heated seats, but come on, where are my ventilated seats for a Luxury Plus? This is an $83,000 SUV, and I don't have ventilated seats. That's a huge zonk. You do, though, have 2 USB-Cs, which are nice. Steven almost forgot about that. That's why he was about to back up. But seats are comfy. I do like the way you have the security shades, AC vents, that little tiny, see, like, what am I supposed to put here? Like a toothpick? You got your 2 cup holders, which are nice. And of course, let's see how we do it on here. You do have the ability, I believe, there it is, there's the handle, to recline a little bit. These seats do not slide, so just something to be aware of, but they do recline a little bit. But why don't we go ahead, my legs and my back are not looking forward to it, but let's get into the 3rd row and see how usable it is on a regular basis. All right, guys, back seat time, and thank God we weren't filming it because it was a little bit of a struggle to get back here. It's one of those things that if you need the space, it's good to have the 3rd row, I guess. But somebody as tall as I am, 6 feet tall, it works. I just wouldn't want to sit back here all day. My knees are too high. The good news is I get to do this. I could tilt. That's about it. So I moved it up. Now I'm going to move it back. I don't know. I still feel the same. It sucks. So probably put the people back here you like the least in your life, or the ones that give you the worst gifts on certain holidays, like your birthday and the winter holidays. Put them back here. Let them sit in pain. But you do have USB-Cs, and you do have AC vents, which are kind of nice. But let's go ahead. Let's open up this rear lift back. It's all new for 2024, and see exactly how much room you have, even with the third row up. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, like I was saying, one of my favorite things besides the look is they got rid of that stupid barn door, swinging door opening. Nice traditional setup, electric lift, and then what are you gonna be greeted to? Now I have the third row up just to show you it's a little on the tight side. Maybe you could get a couple hockey sticks in there. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, you live in Florida, why are you even mentioning hockey sticks? Well, guess what? We have the Tampa Bay Lightning, and they win the Stanley Cup on a regular basis. But anyways, I'm done throwing some shade at the rivalry of different teams out there. What I want to tell you is how much room we have. You have 10 cubic feet of space with the third row up. Fold that down, it goes to 40 cubic feet of space. Fold that down, it goes to 77 cubic feet of space. Now, there are headrests, which are ginormous. To put those down, that's all you got to do for the headrests. Over here, we do have a home power source. So if you want to plug in maybe your ColecoVision or your Atari, you can play. You got to make sure you have another plug for the TV. You can watch everything and play everything right in the back here. To put the seats down, it can't be any easier. The only thing that I'm going to zonk is they're not one touch. So you have to hold the buttons down. It's a 50-50 split. There they go. It's a little bit of a slow process, but you'll see once they're all the way down, you get a nice flat floor. What I was trying to show you while I was sitting back here is you do have your power seat controls to tilt the rear seat, your USB-As, your 2 cup holders for your Yoplait yogurt. The mid-row does fold down as well to give you that over 70 cubic feet of space. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty, as they say. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go take this GX 550 luxury trim for a spin and see how it drives. All right, guys, we are inside this 2024 Lexus GX 550 Luxury Plus. Now, the great news is that this vehicle has been designed to really make it easy to navigate with. And even driving in rush hour traffic like we are right now, the way that the A-pillars are pulled nice and far apart gives you a clear view out the windshield. What I was talking about on the outside, having that dip in the center, not only helps when you're going off-roading or if you're parking in a tight spot, it also helps you in these traffic situations be able to see what's directly in front of you. The nice thing is you have plenty, good and plenty of power. You're not gonna miss that V8, I promise you. You're not gonna miss the V8 because of not only more horsepower, but also more torque. Getting to that ginormous infotainment system well within reach. And I have it in sport mode right now, so that changes up the graphic on the dash a little bit. And it's gonna give you some quicker throttle response, quicker steering response, and how the transmission and the engine behave with one another. But because we have that digital rear view mirror, you have a clear bird's eye view behind you. I love the way the side mirrors are shaped. And of course, you're getting all of the Lexus safety features. I think we're up to like version 3.0++. But the seats, comfortable, supportive, they look good. And like I said, on this Luxury Plus, you have massage seating for both the passenger and the driver up front. And in days like today, when you're just after a hard day's at work and you're coming home and you just want to get home to unwind, sitting in traffic like we are now, it really makes it a lot more enjoyable. At least, maybe not so much enjoyable, but less stress on your body. All right, guys, nobody's behind us. We're gonna go on throttle from a dead stop. Are you ready? On throttle, here we go, yeah. All grip, no slip. But really, really impressed with this vehicle overall. Rock solid, no creaks, no rattles. The fit and finish is phenomenal. And like I said, besides a little bit of wind noise from the side mirrors, not even too much road noise from the tires, to be honest with you. They did a nice balance of everything in here. The only thing that's gonna hurt are the people's backsides sitting in that third row. That's what's gonna hurt. But other than that, I feel good. But hopefully you've enjoyed this overall review of the GX 550 Luxury Plus. We're gonna get back to where it all started and wrap this one up. So I will see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been another great day here in Tampa Bay. Definitely want to thank Lexus and the whole team over there for getting us access to this GX 550 luxury trim. Let me know what you think. Are you digging the new look? Do you feel like this is the king of these luxury SUVs that have off-road capability? Let me know down in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rise family. Of course, none of this would be possible if it wasn't for Stephen Flood of Stephen Flood Photography. Definitely give him some love in the comment section. He's been working hard. He actually takes a gimbal with weights attached to it to the gym so that he can make sure he's working out properly to get you all the awesome angles you want to see of these SUVs and other vehicles. So thank you, Stephen, for your dedication. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.